Hi guys, so I've got something a little bit different in today. It's a 1928 Ford Model A and it's here for interior, believe it or not. I'll show you what's in it at the minute. So as you can see, there's nothing in the car at the minute. There's no seat base, no backrest, no nothing. So I'm kind of starting from scratch on this one. I've been sent the wood kit for the back. Now, no instructions, no diagrams, no nothing, so it's kind of just jigsaw for me at the minute. I'm sure I'll suss it out, but obviously it's a custom job, so how it was traditionally put in, I'm not going to do it that way, I'm going to do it a different way. But I still need the wood kit in the back to actually support the backrest. The seat frame that would have been in this is going to be too big for the customer. He's quite a big guy. He doesn't want to feel like he's sitting on top of the car. He wants to feel like he's in the car itself. So the seat base is going to be completely custom. It'll just be a board with foam on, but it'll be shaped to his size. So I will need him to come and double check it before I actually cover the foam. The kit that's in the back is the first thing I need to deal with. I need to sort out what goes where, assemble it. I think it might need a bit of tweaking from what I gather. The kit's on the floor here at the minute. I'm going to see what goes where. Also I'm going to do the rumble seat as well. We have a bit of an issue with the rumble seat because we have a big hole in the back with part of the rear end sticking through the back of where the seat would be. So I'm going to have to do a bit of work on making that fit. First job is to get this kit out, see what's what and see what goes where, which will be fun. So this is the most obvious piece. I'm not sure if all the holes are going to line up. The owner's not sure whether this kit is actually the correct kit, so we'll see if everything lines up, if all the holes line up. I'm not sure if they will. We're close here. I'm going to put just a couple of bolts in here just to hold it in place. I'm not going to actually put the nuts on the end. The bolts are just going to come all the way through. Here. Just as I thought, we're not lining up on all the bolts. I'm going to see whether the little end pieces fit, whether I need to cut this down. I probably will have to cut it down, shape it, do whatever, do a bit of tweaking on it, like all aftermarket things. And obviously it's had however many years, nearly 100 years of moving. It's got quite a few dents in the back here, so this won't be the correct shape as it was from the factory. And this is, yeah, this is not even close. Yeah, none of the holes line up at all. The shape of that is completely wrong. So chances are I'll probably have to make up two of these. So yeah, all fun and games. But what I will do is I will make up the part that makes the backrest first here, because I'm assuming that this piece here goes in here and will need shaping, so I'll have to scribe this in here, make it fit, and then I think we have 3 of these pieces here, and once that is in there like that, these will go something like that. So yeah, I think this might need bending a little bit as well. So what I'll probably do is I'll scribe this in first and then I'll try and bend it. You know what, it's not too bad. I think it will bend enough. That's a rough line. I'm going to clean that line up I'm gonna cut it on the bandsaw. If I've got to do any shaping, I'll shape it, and then see how we are. So that's going to work. I think I need to just knock off the corners of the ends here, just to allow this bolt clearance. I could either do that or turn the bolt around, so I'm not going to turn the bolt around. It's just quick and easy just to knock the corners off. There we go. So that'll fit in there nicely, and then obviously these go in here. That'll be something like that. I'll probably need to put an angle on the bottom of these. The top piece is going to be sandwiched, or this metal bit here will be sandwiched between this bit of wood here and the top piece here. Now we should be able to pull this in and create the bend on this, but what I'm going to do for now is I'm just going to put this between two pieces of blocks of wood on the end and clamp it in the centre just to give it a curve. I'll leave that overnight and see if that's helped, because I can't really go any further with this now until that's done. But what I'll do in the meantime, I will pattern this seat pan for a board, because it's just going to have a board put in with foam on top. The foam's going to be shaped to the customer's size. I need to make a mat for the front, and I can start on the rumble seat. So the rumble seat, basically it's a board for the back that's going to fit onto the deck lid. Just a board for that, so we need to make a pattern for that board. And also I need to, I think I can just get away with measuring for the seat base for the rumble seat. So I'll get this into the clamps and leave it overnight, and then I will get on to doing the patterning. I can cut the boards today. I can probably even make the mat today. So yeah, it's just a case of patterning today, cutting some boards, and then tomorrow I should be on with fitting the rest of this wood kit up. I'm probably not doing it right because there's no instructions, and I'm just going to try and do it the best way I can. So all the patterning is now done. I've cut the board for the front seat. I've now built up the wood kit. I'm not sure if it's supposed to be like I've got it, but it does the job. I'll show you that later. I've made a board for the rumble seat, but I've had to put it on a platform effectively, so it raises up above the rear end that's sticking through the bottom of the seat. I've cut the board for the backrest of the rumble seat. Now I need to bend that, so what I've done is I've wet the plywood and I've put a block of wood under each end, and then I've weighted the middle, so it's actually creating a curve. Now I'm going to leave that for, I don't know, maybe a day, maybe two, I don't know yet. I'll keep checking it periodically just to see if it's taking the bend, and if it's, because I've kind of overbent it at the minute, so I don't want to leave it there for too long and the bend be too severe. I want to take it out occasionally, have a look at it, and then see. I can always straighten it a little bit if I need to, and potentially a little bit more bend is better than not enough. I have cut that board out of 6mm ply. I would normally do boards that I'm bending out of 3.6mm ply. It's much easier, much pliable. You don't need much force to bend it. But I've done it out of slightly thicker stuff. What I'm going to do next is I'm going to cut out this floor mat. It's not a proper carpet, it's just a floor mat. So I'm going to cut that out now. I'm not going to bind it. What I'm going to do, I'm going to fold over the ends and sew the ends, and like a hem effectively. It's just easier when they've got internals, and what I don't like to do is have an internal that's folded over and stitched in place, and then the external be different. I like to keep everything looking the same, so I wouldn't bind the ends if I've got these internal bits here. So cut this out. Oops, missed a bit. So that's the seat base foam coat. The customer came in a little bit earlier just so he could see if it was right for him, because like I said earlier, he didn't want to actually feel like he was sitting on top of the vehicle. So he was happy with the foam. I need to do the same with the foam in the back. I'm going to make it as thin as possible without it being uncomfortable. So I'll get on and cut the rest of the foam. I'm going to put this into the rumble seat and just see how it is for height. It's a little bit of a tight squeeze in there, so I don't want it to be too thick. 2 of these, 2 inches, might be a little bit too much. I do want to put 1 inch of softer foam on top. I'll go and try it and then let you know how it is. So I think 2 inches is going to be a little bit too much. So I'm just going to do 1 inch of the chip foam, which is quite a dense foam, and then 1 inch of the soft foam on top. That should be plenty for that. So I've now cut all the boards and all the foams, so the next thing I need to do is to start making the covers. So if you want to see that video, tune in to part 2. Thanks for watching. Bye.